Hello and welcome to this Junior's Gasoline Alley, where today, well, you guessed it, we're in the Crossfire with this disgusting steering wheel. The leather is all peeling up and, well, gosh, it's time to get this thing replaced with a new one, or better yet, let's call it a new used one that I got from a parted out car. Now, because this is all going through the leather, there's really no chance of solving this. So we're going to get it removed. And here's the step-by-step on how to remove a Chrysler Crossfire steering wheel and replace it. The first thing you're going to need to do is go ahead and disconnect both the positive and the negative terminals. Let's make sure there's no power on the car and turn your ignition on. That way, anything that's in reserve is going to get drained out. Then, on the back side of your steering wheel, you'll see there's these two holes at the 3 o'clock and the 6 o'clock position on the other side. Now, that hole right there, it's got a T30 Torx bit inside of it, so you'll need yourself a T30 like this, and you can turn your steering wheel to the 90-degree position. You can take that Torx, slide it in, and then it's just going to be lefty-loosey, righty-tighty to pull it out. All right, that feels like that's all the way out. So I'm going to turn the steering wheel 90 degrees to do the same thing on this side. You'll see the hole right there. Just like that, the steering wheel is going to now release your airbag. For a bit of safety, I'm going to go ahead and turn the steering wheel back over, and then I'm going to get out of the way to unplug your airbag. With the battery off for, I think it's been at least 15 minutes. There really shouldn't be a concern. But just in case, I'd err on the side of safety because we don't want one of these getting at us. So the airbag is going to pull straight out, just like so. Yellow connector is going to pull straight out from the back, just like that. And here is your removed airbag. And so now you can go ahead and turn your steering wheel back straight, just like we are at the current moment. And you've got a 10 millimeter Allen in the center, as well as you have these two connectors for your horn. Brown one is going to the right-hand side, and the yellow one is going to the left-hand side. You can go ahead and unplug those. I'm going to move this pigtail out of the way. And then I suggest you just take an impact, make sure you have it in reverse, and then let's go ahead, take this off. Bolt that's in the center has some blue Loctite, which of course we'll need to replace when we put it back on, as well as it's conical in shape. And in the center, that we've got a conical washer, as well as some marks for up and down. So you've got that mark there, this one here, and those should be more or less in the same place. Pull right back, just like so, and feed those wires through, and now you're all set. Now, when it comes time to install your new steering wheel, do make sure that you've got some Loctite. You want the blue thread locker compound, as you can see was on the original bolt, as well as you're going to go ahead and want to have a torque wrench, as we're going to need to torque this down to 45 foot-pounds. But the reinstallation process, very easy. Go ahead, slide your wires through, and then once that is slipped through, making sure not to get them snagged, then we can go ahead and line the splines up so that it's in the same position that it was before. Take a look close in. That's going to be in the same spot as we were before, except for I think we need to go over just one. Here we are. Perfect. Now, those slots are very particular, so be sure to get it all lined up and in the exact same spot that we were in before. That's why we made those marks. Now we can take the bolt for the steering wheel and our blue thread locker. Let's go ahead and get a liberal amount of new thread lock. and use your socket. Now we're going to thread this right back on, righty-tighty. Going to thread into place. And then with your torque wrench, we're going to tighten down to 45 foot-pounds. There you are. Next up, we've got to go ahead and get our horn wires plugged back in. So as we saw before, yellow goes to the left-hand side and the brown one to the right-hand side, just like so. And keep in mind, you want to make sure your battery's unplugged, and it has been for quite some time. This is a little bit of a treacherous moment, but that clicks right back down into place, and we can slide our airbag back into its home and begin putting those T30 Allens in. Find the spot to do so. See if you can get it to pick up. And just like that, you're good to go with a new steering wheel installed or yours cleaned up, whatever might have caused you to take your steering wheel off. And you can now plug the car back in, start it up, and assuming you didn't remove the airbag while there was still any charge left, you're not going to get an airbag warning light, and everything's going to be good to go.